Welcome back to Stereotype Puncher 5, Electric Jive. And speaking of jive, people who can't feel the rhythm are so lost.
Do you have the rhythm?
I don't. Band over.
Band over, dude. That's kind of step number one in being a funk, disco, and otherwise groove band.
Yeah, that's all the steps. You don't even need the other steps. Forget forgiveness and admission of guilt. That's it. Groove, baby.
The rhythm.
The rhythm. Or I guess as they would want him to say, the rhythm.
Ah, yeah. But they couldn't go too far into it. They couldn't type his dialect out.
And yet they were okay with shuck and jive.
Not better.
Yeah. So howdy, folks. If you're just joining us, it's me and Goodwin. We're back. We've been away for a little while, taking a quick break during the tennis elbow epidemic that has swept the nation and the world.
Now, Doug, what is the tennis elbow epidemic?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Goodwin. As a licensed physician,
and
also part-time Monotreme, I can answer that for you. Some several weeks later, the world is on lockdown due to the tennis elbow epidemic. You could say it is in full swing.
Oh!
Tragic comedy.
Oh, my God. That's good.
Excuse me.
All right. So I couldn't help but notice that took substantially less time than it did perhaps on the first playthrough we did earlier. I would like to submit for your approval that this is not... Doug is not playing Punch-Out right now.
I just want to say fake news. Go ahead, Goodwin.
This is footage we were watching Games Done Quick, and we did just screen cap a speed run, and Doug is not playing Punch-Out right now.
That is patently untrue, and I will deny it up and down if you say it, which you already did, so I guess it's a little late for could'ves.
And granted, I do have full proof given that I'm sitting on a couch next to you and can observe you playing. But something feels off. Perhaps that you've just turned the TV on, and this is actually just footage you did record earlier, and are just miming the fact that you're using your hands to use the controls. That's also possible.
I'm not saying it's untrue.
Mm-hmm.
But I did seem to gain a tremendous amount of Punch-Out skill. Listen, let's talk about something else.
The alternative is that I've been away. I've been away. Like I'm at the frickin' war. What is it?
It's the tennis.
What is this? 1957.
It's 2020 in the tennis elbow.
Yeah. So I've been away. And the alternative to the fact that we're not picking up exactly where we left off is that you've just spent many hours perfecting your Punch-Out game.
As opposed to
the fact that it's like, oh no, you still had time on your hands to do other things and did not do that.
And didn't steal game capture footage, not just from excellent players, but excellent players who are playing for charity.
Right.
Because you know what we say here at Raspberry Pi, what's inside you's got to come out, and fuck them charity kids.
Fuck them charity kids.
Fuck them. I need
Well,
that.
don't act like fuck them.
No, that's worse than the tennis elbow.
Hey!
So how you doing, buddy?
Oh, man.
Holding
up.
Doing all right?
Doing very okay.
Playing by the rules?
Playing a ton of Animal Crossing. That's what I'm doing.
Aren't we all?
And occasionally making some music. But frankly, 80% Animal Crossing.
It's you know what? That's the right amount. They say the human body is 70% water. And that's fair. I mean, that's healthy, but if you want to be really healthy, I feel like the human body should be 80% Animal Crossing.
That checks out.
I feel like these are the right percentage points. Now watch as I use this stolen footage, I mean my extreme skills.
Right.
To just wail on this guy who is cheating. And it dawned on me at some point that basically every character in this game, or the majority of them, one could argue 80%, like that Animal Crossing ratio.
It's a good number. It's a good ballpark number.
80% of the characters in this game actually cheat.
Cheating.
There are more cheaters than non-cheaters, I feel like.
In this sport of boxing.
In this sport of the Super Punch-Out.
No, I submit that this may not be a speed run.
Yeah, of course it's not.
Okay, well now you've over-defended yourself.
I don't...
And now I'm on the fence again. Like our last boy was,
So
jumping back and
so
forth.
get off it. That sounds uncomfortable. You're gonna hurt your grundle. You need that for.
It's a thin. There's not a lot of surface area for the rest of my bosom.
I think we're thinking of different body parts, but okay.
Oh right, no, that's right. I'm planking in this scenario.
Oh, you've got your grundle on the. Okay, watch this. Knock the chin strap off him. Yeah, the grundle's down below, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, that just
And-
lends to further confusion.
Yeah. Now I've kind of mixed up the whole geography of the human body.
I mean, I would have used the word anatomy, but
No, I'm going with geography. You can map it out.
Ryan, are you a robot? You can tell me if you're a robot. I'm cool. I'm hip. I ain't got the tennis elbow, dog.
Sorry, I was thinking there for a second. You were about that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be so cool. Oh my god, that'd be cool. Human friend Doug.
Thank you, non-android friend Ryan.
Right. That's true. That's a true. The sentence you said is true, and not true.
Verifiably true via Wikipedia, which I'm now checking with my database. I mean, my human brain. It's all about timing and all about punching people in the face. Kind of like ballet.
You'd compare Punch Out to ballet.
Yes. I mean, if your partner was just fucking terrible and didn't care about you.
Sure.
Because I don't know if I've ever told this story on Raspberry Plays, but I know I've told this to you before.
Oh.
I kicked his ass!
Oh my god. Okay.
So this was back in my Orlando Ballet days, and I don't think she's ever going to hear this because she's not a dork and is not going to listen to Raspberry
Oh, she's
Plays.
not watching our Let's Plays?
No, I don't know if she's in our demographic.
After we're done, we're like, just tell me her name. I will send this video her on on Facebook. I'll make sure she sees it.
Be like, hey, we've never met, and I know the tennis elbow epidemic is going on right now, but my human friend, my friend Doug, who has the rhythm, maybe,
Yes.
debatably.
Yeah, you came up a conversation. I just want you to know you have been talked about on an internet video.
He's thinking about you.
Yeah.
Okay, so what were we talking about?
I don't even know.
Oh, it was my partner. Right. So what was I saying? Yeah, so when you get thrown together with a partner in a ballet company, they tend to put you together a fair amount, which is fair because it usually takes very specific physical setup to sort of get a good match for a partner. You have to be the right height. You don't want someone who's too heavy for a body frame that's too small, so on and so forth.
No.
I told you you'd lose. You punched like a little baby. Just like St. Joyce. You have a blessed day.
You had to let it linger.
So we were doing this dance called Warm Leatherette, and we had done it a million times in the studio. I had danced with this partner for like a year. We were pretty simpatico, at least in terms of how we danced together. I felt like maybe she feels different. Like I said, she'll probably never see this until you, I guess, show it to her.
Right.
So who cares? But we were in the middle of this dance. It was a contemporary piece, and there was one part where she was supposed to spin in the air, and I was supposed to catch her. And we'd done this a million times in rehearsal, and it always worked, and it always went off without a hitch. It was great.
Dope.
We get on stage. It's like the Saturday night performance of an Orlando Ballet show that I will not name for fear of protecting the innocent. Or maybe I will. I don't know. Who cares? But we're in the middle of the show. That's where this piece is. And she comes towards me. She's going to do the midair spin, and I'm going to catch her. And I'm going to turn my back towards the audience when I catch her, because that's how we've always done
Ready
it.
for it.
That's
Absolutely.
that's what the choreography does. But she comes at me, and she's spinning in the air, and her elbow collides with the right temple on my head.
Oh.
Like right on the front of my head.
Oh.
And here's the miraculous thing. I caught her. I actually still caught her.
Despite being recently concussed.
Yes, and I did get a concussion.
Oh
It's
man,
like
that was a bit, but that was real.
I got a mild, like, you know when you watch Looney Tunes and like Elmer Fudd or like Wile E. Coyote gets like an anvil dropped on his head,
Yeah.
and the lump goes. "Ooh."
Yes.
I had that.
Oh my god.
I actually had that on my head for almost 2 months.
Incredible.
and it hurt like a motherfucker. But here's the thing: I caught her, and in the choreography, once I caught her, I was supposed to turn away from the audience, which played out like.
Oh my god, that's terrific.
That's super
the
fortunate.
best case scenario.
Now, I wasn't, and because I was turned away from the audience, they couldn't see me wincing in horrible agony.
pain. Oh my god.
Just the worst pain. But I think I went like between my gritted teeth
Great.
because it hurt like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
Uh,
I can imagine.
and the funny part is that was in the middle of the show. So oh yeah, here's this guy. That was in the middle of the bill. I still had to get through I still had a duet to do with another dude, which was like full of flips and tricks and all sorts of crazy crap. And he was exhausted too. Like we were both just beaten down by that point
Yes.
in terms of stamina. And I think like something had gone wrong on stage with him earlier in the show, so like his ankle was all fucked up.
Great.
So we were just both
Casualties left and right.
we were broken parts attached to human bodies.
Great.
By the time we got on stage for like our duet, which was the second to last piece or the penultimate piece of the show.
Uh-huh.
But I made it through this thing, even though this girl fucking road-runnered me to death.
Yeah.
In the middle of a show, and she never apologized for it.
Oh. That's the worst part.
Yeah, and I get the feeling it was because she was just so like ashamed or so upset about it, which like that's I understand. Like that's if I were in that situation, I don't know what I would say. Like I'm
There's
not,
no easy apology there. Hey, sorry, you know. And then I wouldn't even think anything of it. Yeah, I get it.
sorry I gave you a whopping concussion. Sorry, I basically dropped an Acme anvil on your head.
Yeah.
With my elbow. Sorry, I passed my green belt board breaking test with your head instead of a board.
So I became just a spinning object of blunt force trauma there for a minute.
Yeah, like after a full rotation and a half in the air. So
She's going full speed.
she had some force on her, and it was the bone in her elbow. So it
Yeah.
God,
that's a
hurt.
dense object.
So yeah, I don't remember why I started telling that story.
We were talking about we're playing a game where people get punched in the face. That's relevant.
Oh
It's
yeah, so it's
topical.
artful like a ballet.
Yeah. Yes.
But if your partner is terrible,
The bookend.
which, you know, that's probably overselling it. I'm sure she was fine. Although she was also really funny because she was dating this dude at the time who was not even that much younger than her. I think he was like 3 years younger than her, but she was like 19, and I think he was maybe 17.
That's
which
tricky.
Technically is illegal, I think, but this is Florida, so who knows?
People get away with stuff.
Yeah. And it was funny because what's the guy? Yeah, this is where I start to suck just because I can't talk and play at the same
Yes.
time. Speaking of talking and
So
playing at
pretty though. Oh my god.
the same time, I think that's like 20 minutes. Do we want to pick this up?
Yes.
In a second.
Yes.
Cool.
Leaving off from this person showing us a, oh, is it you again? Even though I'm not gonna do a Japanese accent, that'd be in poor taste.
Oh no,
but I just imagine this whimsical character as that's what his voice is.
I think that's exactly the voice they were going for. I'm thinking they were going for feminine.
Oh, you skipped over, but the first half of his description was like, "Be gentle with me."
Yeah, it's
And then there was another sentence that I didn't get to read, so we'll read that in the next episode of Raspberry Plays.
be gentle with me, especially if you're dancing with me.
Be gentle.
And you have elbows.
And you have human elbows, which I do definitely have, and they are not robot elbows.
let's
Bye.
let's hope they don't get the tennis elbow epidemic. I just like to give him this voice. I think you're gonna lose, and I think your punches,
I think I'm gonna punch you in the face.
and I think your punches are gonna feel like a little baby, just like Saint Anne, good old Saint Anne. Now let me take a minute and punch you in the dick 52 times, the same number of times that Saint Patrick punched the snakes in the dick.
It started out as the lead singer of the Cranberries, and then morphed into the Lucky Charms leprechaun.
No, I just feel like it's a shitty Bono all the way through.
And it also was Bono the whole time.
That's my secret, Cap.
I'm always Bono. I'm always Bono.
I'm always Bono.